Hello and welcome to Geektopia. My name is Adam Carruthers, and within Geektopia, we have little segments that we like to split things up so it's easier to access. This is GeekSquad, where I'm joined by a bunch of friends, and hopefully you, my friend, wherever you are, you can join us in a future episode. Just leave a comment down below, recommend something for us to watch, be it a TV show, although we would prefer a movie because time is of the essence, and then we sit down and discuss it the following week. So, I would like to introduce Chief Jantan, Grumpy Carvin J, Hadis the Goddess, Aaron, Pratik Naidu, Poppy Zach, who is dressed to the nines as usual, and Levy, Lavania Christopher, LeVar Burton, so many names. What did I call you last week? Petroleum Leviosa.
Yes.
Is that how you say the spell? Anyway, what are we talking about this week? Well, the previous few editions have been a bit of a retro throwback, classic films, if you may, including a recommendation from Levy, which we all kind of regret. But anyway, let's not talk about that. We're going to go right to the present time. It's one of the biggest movies to open in a while. I'm referring, of course, to Black Widow. Yesterday, I logged on to the Puppy and Grumpy show, which is on Facebook, and I had a lot of fun watching my friends Puppy and Grumpy, of course. But some people were saying, oh, you guys should watch Black Widow. Now, Carvin said, oh, I have watched it. I'm going to save my thoughts for tomorrow, which is now today. So I'm going to throw it first to Carvin because several people were asking him. So I'm going to give him his platform now. Please speak. What did you think of Black Widow, my friend Carvin J?
First of all, I would like to say that nobody who asked me that question is listening. But also, the fact that, look, I don't know lah. This feels like a filler episode. It didn't. Can somebody please tell me why the Russian accent is so fake? Like
I agree.
The whole time I'm just like, it's real for me. It's real for Hey, can you please get a coach lah? You know what I'm saying? You all got millions of dollars. I mean, And second of all, like the characters didn't make sense to me. The fact that one, they were a family for 3 years. It was a mission, blah, blah, blah. And suddenly like, oh, it's real for me. I love you. And I'm like, hey, yeah, you don't give me enough time to, when I don't care about you. Why would they care about you? You know what I'm saying? Melina has always been a character of, the Iron Maiden, where she's devout of, feelings. And then you got Natalie, who, okay lah, fair enough. After the Avengers, she became emo, cow. And then you got Red, Crimson Dynamo or Red Guardian, who basically is just obsessed with one thing, which is Captain America. But at the end of the day, how this family from one dinner became a family again? Like, come on lah, you don't expect me to like, oh yeah. And then after that, after all that, they set up the fact that she has a second family now, right? So she has two families, and then she go and commit suicide in Endgame.
And she said, I have no family in that, right?
Yeah, she does. Like she's like, I got nothing, so I just go throw myself off a cliff, right? Which is okay. Look, there was a sad moment. For me, this movie ruins that moment in Endgame. Like it completely takes away from that. I know they're setting up for different things, like Taskmaster. They're setting up for Yelena, blah blah blah, and all that. But I just feel like this movie, if it was made 5 years ago, it was great. Look, all I'm saying is the expectations we have for the Marvel movies, this is not of standard. I'm sorry, but the story writing, the stuff like that, from what we've seen, the villain was crap. I was not rooting for the protagonists. I was not rooting for the family. It was just a movie to watch and go, good lah. It was a filler episode. You know how in series, like when you watch like The Last Airbender, there's always filler episodes, the episodes that doesn't have anything to do with the story, but just to, the special episode. This feels like one of those lah.
What about you, Prati? Because whilst Carvin was talking, I noticed that you had the most animated response. You were just nodding like, yeah, you got it right, brother.
I love superhero movies. And this movie was a bit of a letdown. More on the villain side, the reveal and all. Like, I did not like Taskmaster, but he is actually a great character in the comics.
Yes.
But
wait, Pratik. You can't say he.
In the movie, The gender swap thing, I really don't mind it because they also did it with the Flag Smasher in the series for Carly Morgenthau, and that worked for me. But in this movie, they made Taskmaster, who originally was born with photographic memory,
Yeah.
photographic reflexes, and now you just made the character a mindless robot android. And then also, like the way they're like, okay, we have Taskmaster. Okay, how is she going to mimic the attacks of other people? We have a camera on the helmet, and then they also redesigned the Taskmaster suit because of the skull. I wasn't a huge fan of the suit, but in terms, this movie is about Black Widow. I felt it was like a good sort of story to like make her the main character, but then it was quite a letdown. And also, like the post-credit scene, they set up Yelena going after Hawkeye. I felt like they are really trying to bring in like a Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts into the MCU. And I like the build up to that, but the movie was kind of meh.
Levy, what do you reckon?
Well, I wasn't expecting much from this movie. I didn't watch the trailer also. I just heard about it. I'm like, oh, okay, Black Widow, cool, interesting. I didn't like it. I didn't like the movie. I thought I would, but I didn't. And then the number of times she could have died, but she didn't die. I'm like, dude.
You wanted her to die? What?
I mean, like, the number of times, the accident, the bomb, and she didn't die. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, I get it. It's a superhero movie, no, whatever. But I got bored, like the second half, I got really bored. And then the ending where the spaceship in the sky exploded, the fire effects were so fake.
Yes.
You could see it. I was laughing. I was like, come on, guys, do better. Like, make it more like dramatic or something, but no.
My green screen here looks better than some of those fire effects at the end. Okay, and this is just a cloth, like a 50 ringgit cloth behind me.
And that is 360p, by the way, guys.
I was really disappointed, honestly.
Hadis, you have this like little smirk on your face, like, I'm not sure I entirely agree with you, my best friend, Levy. Let me have my say. Don't know why I gave you a deeper voice, but anyway, go for it.
For me, I liked it because I somewhat got a satisfaction of getting a backstory to her. Because to me, like, so far when we watch all the Avengers, somewhat we got to know who they are. But Black Widow was always like this spy. She have done something in the past that she's not proud of, but what it is, like. And to me, when she died, right, and then Captain America said, oh, we are the only family. So that part, yes, it did quite like, when like, me, what do you mean? When we got to know that she had a family, but like that part, I agree with you guys that, you know, it sets the, like it destroys the ending, kind of. Like I was expecting that when they introduce the family somewhat dies. That's why she like depends on like Avengers as a family, and then when she dies, she said, oh, I have no family. If that would have been the ending for Black Widow, I would have like be like, oh my god, like no wonder she like suffered from childhood, this and that. Now that's why she sacrificed, because she had no more things to hold on to. So that would have given me the ultimate like, oh my god, Black Widow. You know, but I do like that they introduced a sister. And I think I would love to see where she goes after this.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think all of us are, well, I don't know about everyone, but I know I agree with you. I appreciated the backstory to Natasha Romanoff. The thing is, and Carvin said earlier, it just came out too late. It would have made sense chronologically for this to come out before. And as you were talking, I noticed that Levy held up her mug. It could be worse, which I thought was quite perfect timing. Puppy Zach, you haven't had too much of a say. You've asked a few questions. What did you make of the movie?
Well, I kind of agree with what Hadis was saying. Like, I like it that we get a little peek into what Natasha Romanoff is all about, and I have to say that I kind of related a little bit to the beginning when the family had to pack up and then just go, because as a diplo brat, you know, sometimes you just never know, like, hey, we gotta go. And like, what? I just love this place. This is my family, my friends here, you know. And yeah, I all the little specks, whatever aside, you know, the villain and the story. I thought, like, you know, who gives a crap about Black Widow? I mean, she and Hawkeye were like the two non-powered people, like, you know, the normal Joes, right? But I thought they stepped it up with all the action scenes. Because if you looked at the, you know, when she first met up with Yelena and the widows attacked, I thought that was quite high octave, you know, action. If you know the like history of like the stunt women in Hollywood, like they struggle to get to, you know, do what they do, and some more with the pandemic and everything, like whatever, you know. I think they did a great job. Some of those shots.
They did a great job, but they were
Yeah.
let down by the special effects, which is
Yeah.
out of their control. That is, they don't, unless I really doubt that they're the ones who sit down and also do their own special effects. That was for me the issue, because the stunts looked good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the special effects, on the other hand, were not. And this is more at the end of the movie. That's why the first half was good, the second half was meh for me. Is that fair, do you think, Zachary?
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
But
okay.
also, I like the part that they make the scene between the two sisters like very comical. It's like, you know, they keep teasing each other and show off their power.
I liked Florence Pugh. She was more sarcastic and more humorous than what we've seen from Natasha Romanoff. So I'm looking forward to seeing more Florence Pugh, who, of all the people in the world, I think that she's dating, it's Zach Braff from Scrubs.
Eh? Oh.
Not you, Lan.
No.
There's more than one Zach in the world.
But can we just say that the Red Guardian like steals the entire show?
Yeah, for sure. It's dude, it's David Harbour.
Yeah.
David Harbour acted the hell out of this movie.
Yep.
Even with the shady Russian accent.
He just said, oh, he would love to continue Red Guardian's story, and he suggested there are two ways of doing it. One would be like a younger version of him, but another one would be someone coming up to me and saying, oh, Hawkeye is responsible for the death of Natasha. And then he just goes full on crazy and tries to seek revenge, which I guess is already going to happen with Yelena, but I don't know. They can maybe make it a bit different. What about yourself, Aaron? What did you think of the movie?
Well.
Dig in, my friend.
It's incomplete. It doesn't follow the storyline. Taskmaster was a very let down. Agree with Prateep. Okay, I don't mind the gender swap thing if they do it right, but the suit is absolutely disappointing.
Yeah.
So it's very incomplete. It doesn't really follow the authentic comic line. Most of the heroes and villains are very meh to me. Amazing first half, okay, of the beginning, and then it just went all the way crashing to me. I'm so sorry, Marvel, but this is one of the worst Marvel movie, I would say, so far. For me, I'm sorry. It's
Is it because it's a woman?
No.
Yeah. Why you can't accept it when a woman steps into the executive producer seat? Huh? You gotta trash it.
His other least favorite is Captain Marvel.
Oh my god!
I'm putting words in his mouth. I'm joking.
I'm okay with Captain Marvel, but this is just because I think there's so much build up towards that hype, and everyone's been waiting, and we expected something, and it doesn't hit that point.
What about you, Mr. Chief Jantan? What about your director's viewpoint?
No, I agree with you guys, definitely. Like, it's a huge letdown for me. You can see, like, you remember the subway scene when Taskmaster was looking down the drain, right? You can see that it's a man doing that. You can see the actions of a man, you know, like the movement is a male body. Yeah, it's a male body doing that. It's definitely not Olga doing that. So that's a bit disappointing for me. I mean, why can't you just put a lady there at least, right? Then a few things, because I didn't enjoy it, I started picking out on little things, right?
Here comes.
So like, first things first, you go and steal the secret from America and then from S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Yeah.
And then you need to run away. You have nothing ready. Your family is sitting at home having dinner. Don't you have like an escape? The plane should be ready to go, right? Oh no, we have an hour. We can just go and take our time and whatever. All right, that's one thing. Yelena, right? She's supposed to be like, you know, super strong and stuff, right? So she beats this guard in the red room, and then she has trouble lifting him, pulling him back. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yes. That's true.
Hello. What the hell, right? So yeah, so things like that started bothering me because I really didn't enjoy it. I don't know whether it's because the reason it's doing so well is because people are starved out of a movie, or we are more critical because we are expecting so much.
Yeah.
After so long, so I don't know.
Prateep, you haven't said anything in a while, buddy. Has anyone said anything here that's got you thinking about any aspect of the movie?
I mean, like the loopholes, like, okay, like the red room is actually in the sky. I'm not sure in space, but it was like surrounded by clouds.
Yeah.
And then this is like, in this timeline, Tony Stark is still alive.
Exactly.
Wouldn't he have known, or when it exploded, wouldn't he be like, oh, why is there explosion? Put a suit. Well, because Rhodey was the one that was injured, not him.
Yep, true. And I mean,
definitely you will know.
They fell for a very, very long time.
Towards the ending, Thunderbolt Ross was coming, and then we just cut to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How did she escape him?
Yeah. What happened there?
Also the fact that they had time to have goodbyes, chill out,
yeah.
And Thunderbolt Ross is just driving a car, like like a bloody Sunday drive like that coming in.
True. Yeah, that did take a long time. It felt like a long, long time. And even when they fell from the sky, it was taking a long time. And if it's that high up, she's flying without any sort of oxygen, she would have passed out. All of them would have passed out up there. But maybe I'm being too critical. It is an action movie and you don't need to read too much into the science. But there are just one too many plot holes in this. Too glaring. The special effects are meh. Let's get some ratings in. Carvin, I asked you first what your thoughts were on the movie, so I'm going to come back to you first for your rating for Black Widow.
I give it a 5. Only reason 2 extra bonus points is because of David Harbour. That's it. 100%.
All right. Understood. Prateep, what about you, buddy?
For me, it's a 6. For me, the positives of it, I mean, the part of the movie which got me excited was post-credit scene, and that was
it's a movie that spent what 2 hours ish setting up Hawkeye and maybe Dark Avengers. That's what it was. Hadis, what's your rating?
I give it a 6.5.
Hey, that's the same as me. Exactly the same as me, 6.5. Yeah, and I only gave it that extra 1.5 because of David Harbour.
No, I think I give it for knowing the backstory and building like her a bit like more, but I have my disappointment in it. But yeah, 6.5.
What about Levy?
I'll give it a 5.
Ooh, equaling Carvin. Puppy, stop housing. 6 for you. You were defending the movie and I gave it a half-star rating more than you.
Well, I thought I seriously thought you guys were gonna go lower. So I mean,
I wanted to, but David Harbour, I can't give him too low a rating, dude, because I love the man.
Okay.
What about you, Chief Jantan?
6, also because of David Harbour.
True. Aaron?
A 5.
5.
A solid 5.
Okay, perfect. So, want to also thank everybody in this little chat for discussing Black Widow. Sorry, Marvel, but hey, you got, I think, like 3 more films coming out this year. So if at first you don't succeed, you can brush yourself off and try again.
I'm sure they're upset. I'm sure they are so sad to listen to our ratings as they cry to the bank and wiping their tears off with $100 bills.
So far, Disney claims 215 million USD at the box office globally. That includes the Disney Plus premiere as well, which, like I mentioned, highest grossing movie for the opening weekend since way back in December 2019 with Star Wars, which, well, guess who owns the rights to Star Wars as well? Disney. Anyway, we want to thank you as well for watching. If you agree, if you thought maybe we're being too harsh, make sure you leave a comment down below, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, leave us a recommendation in the future as well. And honestly, whatever language movie, we don't mind. We will have subtitles. Bye-bye for now.